breakfast some zucchini and eggs and half a bagel with some ghee and some fresh strawberries to finish those off. They were on sale yesterday at the grocery store. They were organic strawberries, and they were only $3 for the box. But it was because they were super ripe. So we had some last night for dessert, and now we're going to kind of finish them off this morning. Well, good morning, everyone. We have just finished our breakfast, and Chris is actually doing the dishes for me this morning to help me be able to get a workout in, because today is another moving day, so we need to be moving a little bit faster. So I'm going to do my workout. Okay, so I finished up my workout. Chris actually went for a run, and then I took a shower here on Aunt Gladdy, like I always do, and Chris actually showered at the campground one, which he usually does. They have a nice one here. If they have a nice one, he prefers that. Right, Chris?
Definitely. Any chance for a long hot shower, I take it.
Okay, so it is now almost 10 o'clock. Whoa. It's almost 10.
Plenty of time.
Yes, so I already started to put things away, you know, like bathroom stuff's all done, the bedroom stuff's all done. I am going to pack our lunch now and then probably straighten up the kitchen. This place has great internet, so I was also kind of jumping ahead a little bit, and just in case you do want to go on a trip, you know, want to become RVers and then want to do a blog or YouTube channel, you know, just so you know, it is a lot of time, a lot more than I thought going into it. But I tried to get ahead of myself and upload some photos today. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos done. I have a ton to do, but I don't have any done that I could upload while we're here since I have such good internet, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I'll get as many photos up as I can. And I just actually downloaded the stuff from my phone onto the computer. It was like 407 items from the past few days.
Wow.
So,
a lot to go through.
So the good thing is the blog and the YouTube channel forced me to go through that stuff and organize it as we go. Because seriously, if you went on for over a year like us with 30-some states, I mean, it is just a mass of photos, video clips, everything that you can imagine. You are taking photos of. So it is a lot to actually organize and stay on top of. But I will be working on that in the truck. So Chris is starting to pack his stuff up. He did do a little bit of work this morning, but he worked pretty late last night.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was probably close to 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
So that's where we're at. Okay, we're all packed up and hitting the road again. It is 10:42. And I just wanted to show you this campground. It's really cute. It's you know, they seem to be packing out every night. But it's a nice campground. The bathrooms were really nice. The people were really nice too. Go ahead. Travel through space all around the country, but what you may not know is that we also travel through time, and I'm about to perform my magic and take all of you sitting there back to the late 1800s to witness a clash of epic proportions. On one side we have George Armstrong Custer, who has a mixed background, who was born in the North, and he also fought for the Union in the Civil War. But then he kind of continued his career in the Army fighting against the Indians. So he's on one side, he's kind of considered foolhardy, and we're going to learn all about him, because I don't know a whole lot, but I remember that he was kind of considered foolhardy and arrogant, and that while he had some really big successes in the Civil War, there were also some, let's say, bad decisions. So we will learn more about that. And then on the other side we have Chief Sitting Bull. So I hope you're ready for this, because this is what our trip is all about. In the span of a week, we have gone from Glacier National Park to the battlefield of the Little Bighorn. Well, it turns out we aren't the only ones that can take you back in time. Parking lot's full. This place is packed.
Yeah.
So basically what he told us to do is do the 5-mile loop drive through the park and then come back and hope that there's a spot. So we are going to check out the battlefield no matter what. Well, there still wasn't room for us, so we ended up just parking at the first pull-off on the battlefield road and then just walking to the visitor center. Okay, so here's the battlefield. I hope you're as excited as I am. Chris doubts.
I'm not sure anybody's as excited as you are for this, but I love the enthusiasm.
I know, right? Okay, so what we're overlooking now is down here would have been the Indian encampments down below. And then up here, Custer's Last Stand. If you come down a little bit past the visitor center, you can see all those markers where soldiers were killed. And that's where Custer's Last Stand was, Last Stand Hill. So let's go learn some more.
Smith and Turley, 2 city boys, can't ride so well. I think they're from New York. They can't stop. They go right into the village. Their heads later found on top of poles. 133 men dig in. Every 4th man's a horse holder. He takes his horse and 3 others. Pulls them off the battle line, back into the timber along the river. Protect horses and ammunition from the advancing warriors. Now that cuts the skirmish line down. Just about where that white fifth wheel is now, Z Company mounts their horses, 35 soldiers, and they charge down the ridge, driving warriors back down towards the river. 2/3 of the way down, they get off and they form a skirmish line and begin to fire their big bore carbines into the fleeing warriors. Temporarily, there's a lull in the fight, but then a Southern Cheyenne.
So as you can see what the terrain looks like, and behind us is Last Stand Hill. You can see all these markers are where people fell. And you can see this road, it's a 5-mile road tour, and it starts at the visitor center and you go up past Last Stand Hill, and then it continues across what they call Battle Ridge here. And so it continues this way about 5 miles. That does it for Custer's Last Stand. We came and we loved it. We hope you liked it as much as we did. Now we are headed back to our bee park, this time in Sheridan, Wyoming. It's about an hour and a half. We actually arrived at the park around 1:30 and we're leaving, it's now 5 o'clock. So we were there for quite a bit of time. There was a lot to see there and a lot to take in. And you know, battlefields, we grew up near Gettysburg. And so we've been to we love Gettysburg. We've been there a bunch of times. And battlefields are always kind of an interesting thing to visit because they're never as easy as like this side was here and that side was there and it was a clash and that's it. You know, it's always like multiple fronts and people moving, you know, over different terrain, and so there's a lot to see there, and it's really, really helpful because it puts the whole scene together. So we hope that you enjoyed that as much as we did. And we're looking forward to getting back to the new campground now. We're pretty beat. It was actually in the 90s today, so as we were trudging along through all those fields, it was pretty hot. So we'll be glad to get there and get Aunt Gladys hooked up to the air conditioning and eat dinner. Hey, we made it to Sheridan.
Yay!
And Peter D's.
Peter D's RV park.
Look how sweet. Horses in the background. And there we have it, folks. Y'all, you have got to come to Peter D's.
We just met Peter D, and he is even better than you could imagine.
We have met a lot of owners now, especially in these smaller campgrounds, and it's great. He surpasses anyone that we have met. I mean, he is hysterical. You walk in, he shakes your hand.
Oh yeah, I mean, he wants to meet you, know who he's talking to. Yeah, he's a riot. And
he so wants to show you everything in this. He's like, do you guys know anything about Sheridan? We're like, no. He's like, oh, what did he say?
He said, good, then I can really
blow some smoke.
Yeah.
So he's going to hook us up with everything that we want to know. He said, don't even try to figure out how to, you know, go somewhere. Just come down here. I'll tell you the best restaurants. I'll tell you the best everything. So we love Peter D, and we're looking forward to our 4-night stay here for sure. By the way, his wife grows zucchini and squash and brings them in every morning, and you're allowed to take them for free. I'm not making this up. For dinner is our leftover spaghetti and meatballs and some steamed broccoli. Alright, so it's now 8 o'clock. I'm going to do the dishes tonight because Chris has some work to do. He actually got a phone call while we were at the battlefield, and it was about a code study that he had done, and they just they sent the markups. They wanted him to do the markups, actually, so they just sent the drawings, and they want to get that out Thursday morning, so he's got to do the markups tonight so they can have it all day tomorrow. Since we're 2 hours behind them, it's easier for him to just do it tonight rather than get up super early, but sometimes he does that. It's not unusual for Chris to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning working. That's somewhat normal, right?
Yeah, too many years of doing that every day. It's still kind of ingrained in me, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to take care of the dishes tonight so he doesn't have to do that. He can get started working. So he'll be done. He's thinking he'll be done within 2 hours, so around 10 o'clock. I'm going to just clean up a little bit because we kind of have a little bit of a mess. And then I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm probably just going to read and go to bed. And that'll probably be right around the time Chris is finishing anyway. So, good night for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.